Sophia Oakrey, and I'm a member of Cornerstone Family Schools in Topeka, Kansas. And today, it would be my pleasure to perform for you Edward Fuddwupper, Fibbed Big, explained by Fanny Fuddwupper, with Berkeley braids helping slightly. From a long line of liars, there's none higher upper than my fibbing big brother, the Edward Fuddwupper. There he is now. I know just what he's doing. He's thinking of who could be next for some fooling. Edward's been cooking up fibs, all full of phooey. He'll serve them up sweet, all gooey with hooey. Like last week, he fibbed big and told Mabel Dill, I heard you were voted the Queen of Brazil. They want you to come. Swimsuits, bring 10. I think Mabel went. No one's seen her since then. Yes, he thought them up long and he thought them up tall. But did he think much of me? No, not much. Not at all. Like that time he fibbed big and told Ben and Dinky that I had been born by a poodle named Stinky. That wasn't so nice, but that fib I'd forgive, if only he liked me, or noticed I live. Early this morning, he did it again, and whacked a baseball, and things smashed in the den. Dad rushed on over to find Mom's cracked glass pig. Then Edward Fuddwupper fibbed way, way too big. It's all truly, clearly, quite simple, you know. The whole thing was done by two pigs from Pluto. They were cruising by Earth, looking down from above, when they spotted Mom's pig and fell deeply in love. So they dropped one pig here. He just couldn't resist. That passionate porker insisted a kiss. But he leaned in too far, and Mom's pig hit the ground. On Pluto, you see, they kissed sitting down. Then he left, broken-hearted, upset and unseen, and the ship picked him up with a pig lifting beam. And that's all. That's the truth, said Ed, the fib slinger. In the whole of fib history, a whopping humdinger. Then a yelp, and a howl, and a scream from nearby. Lorna May Loon had been listening outside. Mabel Dill, she cried loudly, has been missing for days. She must have been grabbed by those pig-lifting rays. She got to the phone and screamed loud and shrill, Space monster piggies have nailed Mabel Dill. They're coming for me and they're coming for you. Send the army, the Air Force, and dog catchers too. And that's just what they did. They came for space pigs, with planes and with tanks and with loud whirligigs. Oh, it was dreadful, a real world stopper. And all for an Edward Fuddwupper fat whopper. They pointed their loudspeaker dishes to space, and those generals roared till red in the face. Now listen out there, we'll shoot, yes we will. Come back here at once and bring Mabel Dill. Ed watched all of this for quite a long time. But people were staring at something behind. Oh, rats, Edward thought. How much more could there be? A face filled the sky, from the hills to the sea. It didn't look happy, nor pleasant, nor soft. In fact, the big thing looked somewhat ticked off. It was purple and green with an eye on its snoot, opened its mouth roaring, Who started this hoot? I live quite close by, just 3 galaxies down, and I just cannot sleep with this fuss and this sound. I know nothing of pigs nor a lost Mabel Dill, so someone's been fibbing with slippery skill. Who is this gnat? Point out where he's at. Show him to me and I'll swat him down flat. And that's just what they did. Each mother and each father, they pointed right up to my shaking big brother. Edward dropped low. He was scared 10 times double. He had fibbed way too big and was now in huge trouble. Then wait, what's that sound? A voice small and fine. Everyone stopped. Whose was it? It was mine. Oh, please, I called out. It's my fault, don't you see? I broke that blue pig. Edward's fib was for me. So dear grumpy thing with 3 eyes in your head, see that it's me that you swat down instead. What could I do? Ed faced a big mess. Yes, I told a fat fib I had learned from the best. I thought I'd be smooshed, smashed, squashed right on down. But that big face looked in with a smile, not a frown. I think, he said firmly, you both are big fibsters. But out where I live, we're not loved by our sisters. Mine, by the way, I've left alone. Now we'll go back to her, sleeping at home. He looked at me odd, kind of sad, kind of blue. It sure would be nice to have one like you. Then he turned round his ship, and homeward he drove her, and I turned to find Edward looking me over. He said not a thing as we walked back to Dad, where there he looked up and confessed, I've been bad. So we taped, and we glued, and we fixed up Mom's pig, and we told Mom the truth, that we'd fibbed fat and big. Our folks hugged us both and collected no fines, but we sat on timeout to pay for our crimes. Ed looked at me with a smile that was new and said, it is nice to have one like you. 2 former fibsters, that Edward and me, but brother and sister we'd finally be. If anyone knows where Mabel Dill went, tell her from Edward that no harm was meant.